Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back as promised, as always, with my transfer talk roundup show. We're doing it every day in January, so I couldn't not disappoint, especially after a fantastic victory against Everton. As always, like and subscribe. Keep us growing and growing. We're way past 5,000 subscribers now, on the road to 10k, so please do help us get there by liking, subscribing, and get your comments in, your thoughts on the latest transfer news at Villa, the latest players linked. We've got 2 right backs linked. We've got Diego Carlos and potential bidding war for him. And we have bids in for defenders. But first, we just go into, it's just been announced that Jadon Philogene has officially signed for Ipswich Town on a 4.5-year deal, £20 million fee, and with add-ons on top. Obviously, a long-term target of Kieran McKenna, so he's got his man. I think he mentioned today that it was very, very nearly done, but there was a few clauses in there, a few things to iron out, but it's obviously being done now. And he is now an Ipswich player, and good luck to him. Didn't quite work out at Villa, but we've managed to get the money back for him and potentially more, and also obviously sign Donyell Marlon, a proven Champions League player. So I think everyone's done well out the deal. Jadon Philogene will get some regular first team football, play under a little bit less pressure. And we've got Donyell Marlon, who really wants to kickstart his career and push on. And we've obviously got a player of real pedigree. So, best wishes to Jadon Philogene. Didn't quite work out on your return to Aston Villa, but hopefully you go on to have a really good career and keep Ipswich in the Premier League. So it's actually been put that we have bid for Loic Bade of Sevilla. Centre-back, I think it was 15 million euros up front with a 5 million euro of add-ons. I think they're looking for more around the 25 million euros mark. There was talk of Diego Carlos being part of that deal, or them wanting Diego Carlos as part of that deal, but I don't believe that is going to happen. But we're still very much interested in Loic Bade in terms of as a player. So his background, obviously at Sevilla at the moment, signed for them in 2023 after a loan spell where he scored 1 goal in 19 appearances, and he has now played 43 appearances as a full player for them. Was at Nottingham Forest on loan where he didn't actually make an appearance in 2022-23 season. Played for Rennes where he played 15 times, and Lens before that with 31 times, and then Le Havre where he played for their second team for 30 games, and then their first team for 7 games. Is 24 years of age, 6'3", centre-back, very, very strong. We profiled him with Gareth on our Transfer Talk special show. Looks very strong on the ball, good at carrying the ball as well, good at passing, can make the odd mistake, but seems like, I guess he's being touted as the next sort of Virgil van Dijk because of the Liverpool are very interested in Villa trying to steal a march on Liverpool to get him now. Now, obviously, centre-back position, positioning, tackling and ground duels as his strengths, discipline, and I guess concentration, maybe 1 or 2 mistakes in him that are probably the weak parts to iron out. Can play across that central defence partnership, left or right, but predominantly on that right-hand side. So would come in as a Carlos replacement or potentially upgrade, as we say. 14 starts, 15 games played in the league. No goals scored so far this season. 1 assist. 86% in terms of passing accuracy, 93% in his own half, 66% in the opposition half. Obviously, not too many opportunities pass in the opposition half. 48% in terms of long balls accuracy, so pretty decent there. 62% in terms of chip passes, so very good on that side of it. 5 clean sheets, so that's a good Good marker, 4.4 ball recoveries per game, 3.9 clearances per game, and 2 tackles per game, and only 1 error that's led to a shot. So not too bad at all in that sort of sense. 65% in terms of total duels won. So that's really strong. 63% ground duels and 69% in terms of aerial duels won. So very strong player. No red cards so far this season, only 4 yellow cards. So it's pretty decent in terms of the tackle. Not necessarily giving too many fouls away. Although, like I said, there was been 1 or 2 times I think where Gareth highlighted on his radar that there is potentially 1 or 2 mistakes in him. But by all accounts, for those statistics, and in this season, he looks to be in very, very good form. Hasn't represented France at full international level yet, but I think played in their Olympic side and has played for their under-21s as well. So looking to get into that French side, I think. And, with Boubacar Kamara in our team doing very, very well, that could be another player to add in for the French contingent. Luca Dean as well, getting himself back in that French squad. So real strong sort of French presence if we can manage to get him. I would anticipate us really pushing hard to sign him. Obviously, we want to get in there before someone like Liverpool does. So let's try and see if Monchi can work his magic and get him in before in this window, as opposed to waiting until the summer. Now, Diego Carlos, on the other hand, it has been the Seville deal's fallen through. I think Fenerbahce's fallen through, but 1 or 2 other clubs very, very interested in him. I believe Galatasaray are now interested in him. So that could be an option for him to go and sort of, earn the wages that he's on. He's on a big wage at Aston Villa, but we need to get the money back for him. I think we're talking probably 10 million euros, something like that. But yeah, I think him not being in the squad tonight really does show that there's probably a lot of work going on in the background to get him moved on. I think his time at Villa is coming to an end now. We need to find a club for him and get him moved on. But yeah, 1 or 2 clubs really, really interesting. Fabrizio Romano said, there are multiple clubs interested in signing Diego Carlos. So I think that one will get done in the next few days. And certainly the Loic Bade, if that is the centre-back that we want, that'll accelerate if we can get Carlos moved on. But some good business being done by Villa. Philogene going, Marlon coming in, Carlos going, Bade coming in. That could be really good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, a couple of additional right backs have been linked with Aston Villa. Andres Garcia of Levante is the latest one to be linked for around 12 million euros. 21 years of age. It looks like a Monchi sort of signing, a bit of a gem who could maybe come in and hit the ground running. Played 30 times for Levante's B team. Now being graduated to their first team and has played 38 times. And I think he's an ever-present this season. He's doing very, very well in the second division in La Liga. So would be one for more on potential, but has got, I guess, the attributes to go on to bigger and better things. Only 21 years of age. Look at that, up and down that right-hand side, very attacking and can get up and down the pitch. 22 games, 22 starts, pretty much every minute of every game. Scored 3 goals already this season, 2 from outside the box, 1 from inside the box, 2 with his left foot actually and 1 with his right foot. Has 3 assists and created 9 big chances. So really attacking player. Obviously, there's an element of what standard he's playing at. Can he take the step up? Could he be a bit more of a graduating season this season and kind of learning and then step up next season? Who knows, potentially. 78% in terms of passing accuracy per game. Obviously, looking to play more progressive passes, more attacking passes. 87% in his own half, 62% in the opposition half. 41% in terms of chip passes as well. 4 clean sheets this season, 4.4 ball recoveries per game, 2.2 clearances, and almost 2 tackles per game as well. And then in and around the high 40% for ground duels won, and 45% in terms of successful dribbles. So possession lost is a little high there, but obviously he's an attacking fullback. So I would imagine that he's trying to beat his man, and sometimes we'll lose it, sometimes we'll get through, as is the chance creation there. So I would imagine that a very exciting player, but whether he would be, obviously he's one for more for the future, but it could be a really exciting one for Aston Villa to potentially consider. Now, the next one is French player Anthony Cassie of Mainz, playing in the German league. Again, Aston Villa interested in him. I think it's between us and Fulham who seem to be interested in him at the moment. I think 6 million rated at the moment. So yeah, potentially a good player there. In terms of his SofaScore statistics, let's just take a quick look at them. He is, as I say, playing for Mainz at the moment, and tackling and positioning seem to be his strengths. Can play at left, obviously, can play left back, can play central defense, can play right midfield and left midfield. So, but on this, he's predominantly played on the right hand side. So I don't know why they haven't got him as playing right back, because that's kind of where he's playing at the moment. So very, very versatile player, up and down that right hand side again. 17 games played, 17 starts, pretty much again every minute of every game. Hasn't scored yet this season. In terms of big chances missed, though, has missed 3 big chances, has 4 assists, though, which is pretty decent, and 3 big chances created. Passing accuracy at 76%, 84% in his own half, 64% in the opposition half. So similar there to Garcia. 3.8 ball recoveries per game, 1.3 clearances and 1.8 tackles. So again, fairly similar. And into the 50s and high 40% in terms of ground duels won, aerial duels won at 52% as well. So similar stats. He's a little bit older than Garcia. He is 27, Anthony Cassie. As I say, but at 6 million, probably slightly more reasonable price for that player. Now, playing in the German league, obviously higher standard than La Liga 2, but is he more a one for now as opposed to a potential for the future, being at the age that he is? So I guess one to watch there. The Mingueza deal is potentially still on, but it does show that we are looking for other options across Europe in terms of that right back position, but certainly a position that we're looking to strengthen. And if we can get, as I said before, that business, Philogene out, Marlon in, Carlos out, Bade in, and then a right back, which we know is what we need in the squad. We know we need that. And whether there's any other outgoings or not, we'll have to wait and see. There's obviously talk around players like Loic Bade, potentially someone like Emi Buendia as well. We've obviously put the John Duran deal to bed. He's not going anywhere. So I think our squad will be pretty well set. And with players coming back from injury, John McGinn, Ross Barkley in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and then, Pau Torres to come back in 6-7 weeks, that would set us up for having a strong second half to the season. So lots of exciting things to come. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Anthony Cassie, Andres Garcia, would any of those interest you? Loic Bade, does he really interest you? I saw a lot of Villa fans on social media really happy about that signing. So is he going to be the next big thing at centre-back, and could we get him? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll be back tomorrow with another Transfer Talk roundup show. We've also got match preview to come of the Arsenal game coming up on Saturday. So loads more shows to come. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get your comments in as well. Thank you for watching. And as always, remember, we'll follow the Villa.